In the matriarchy, would males have to compete for their basic survival like they do in nature? And you're right, in a large-scale matriarchy, of course males wouldn't have to compete for their basic survival. Matriarchies develop communitarian systems that make sure all humans have their needs met. That includes women, children, and men. For an idea of how this would work or look structurally, Kate Raworth's donut economy is a really good example. So under the patriarchy, males do have to compete for their basic survival. We all do. And that's because male nature is what is guiding civilization. Patriarchy is a large-scale systemic manifestation of male psychology. If you don't understand what I mean by that, please go watch this video first. Under a patriarchy, the male's competitive psychology, survival of the fittest, takes over. This is why we have things like war and poverty. When we have both enough rationality and enough resources to end both of those things. Matriarchal economies are distributive, so it would prevent the need for competing for basic survival resources, since survival would nearly be guaranteed. The problem in the patriarchy is that the male competitive nature, the male recklessness, the male risk-taking is out in front, and it's what's leading everything. And that is not what should be leading society. Because of the competitive nature of the male, the patriarchal systems have developed around the principle of competition, which is why everyone has to compete for their basic survival. And that is one of the main problems with patriarchy. The male's competitive drive, the male's reckless drive has a place, but it should not be leading society. It should not be the thing that's in front. It needs to be guided and tempered by feminine communitarian values. That way, we don't end up with individuals or groups dominating over other groups. Feminine leadership makes sure the needs of the whole are met. Male recklessness, male risk-taking, male competitiveness has a place in society. It can help drive forward innovation, help us navigating through dangerous situations. For instance, in a hunter-gatherer society, you need the guy who's going to try the mushroom before anybody else to see if it's either tasty, or if it's going to kill you, or if it's going to let you have an encounter with God. Male nature has a place in society. It's valuable. It should just not be what's in front leading everybody.
You know, a lot of these modern women, what they don't understand is, because they're going to continue to ask, how come good men don't talk to them? How come good men don't give them the time of day? Is because y'all continue to try to make men compete, and they've already proven themselves. A lot of these guys that you have in the friend zone, they've already proven themselves many times over, but you still got them out here. Oh, well, you know, what you did last week didn't count. What you did 3 months ago didn't count. You know, I've got a new roster, you guys. Just keep on competing and maybe somebody would win. Lucky me. No, you're not that special.
So basically it's a website that's called I've Got Standards, Bro. And it's the female delusion calculator. And it says, what are the chances of finding a man of my dreams?
Oh my God, yes.
So you can set parameters based on like US Census Bureau data. So let's just say, what do you think an average American girl, let's use New York as an example, average American girl, probably college educated, probably earning, in New York City, probably earning 80 to 100 grand minimum.
Probably, yeah.
Wants to date a guy above 6 foot.
Yep.
What else?
Yeah, I think on Hinge, it was 60% of women had their height setting for 6 foot or above. You know, so it's like, there you go.
So, all right.
So 6 foot.
So mid-20s girl.
Yeah.
She's going to want to date somebody who's probably also minimum.
A little bit older.
Okay.
So you're going to want like early 30s.
So not even like, let's be generous here.
Yeah.
Because we need to be.
Okay.
So let's say she's 24. She's just finished college. She's earning 70, 80 grand a year.
Good for her.
Maybe 60 grand. I don't know what the wage is.
I think I was making like 30 grand.
Oh, inflation.
At 20, I have 24.
Yeah. Okay, maybe okay. Well, let's say 26 to what? 35? 35?
Yep.
Can't be married. That's probably a non-negotiable.
That's probably a good indicator, yeah.
Race, white, black, Asian.
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah.
A minimum height, 6 foot. Not obese.
Correct.
Because that's a check.
Correct. Yep.
A minimum income, 100K.
100K. Yeah.
100K.
That's pretty a safe bet.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Percentage of the population. You ready, folks?
0.63%. According to statistical data, the probability of a guy in the US male population aged 26 to 35 meeting your standards is 0.63%, and the delusion score is 4 out of 5 cat enthusiasts.
4 out of 5 cat enthusiasts.
You know, you have a lot of steady guys, a lot of regular guys, a lot of average guys out here that are continuing to get overlooked because you would prefer, and it's like I talked about in some other commentary, you want a guy that's chaotic, that's up and down. You want a guy that, and you know, I'm laughing about it, but I'm not really joking. You want a guy to beat you upside the head, a guy that you got to run out the house 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, run down the street, beat down your neighbor's door. That's the type of guy that you got to call the freaking police to get that man up out of there. Got to take that man to jail. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. And that's the type of stuff these modern women want.
Here is the timeout dog. I'm gonna show you guys how my dogs act. This is why I keep it hidden, because my dogs go berserk every time they see this dog. Is it haunted? I don't know. It's over 30 years old. It's a timeout dog. It's original. I'm gonna put it down and we'll see who sees it. My dogs are tired. They just went on a walk, so we're gonna see how they act. Putting it away. You're okay. It's okay. Done.
I think these modern women really understand that a lot of times a man is watching you. So, you're going to be asking why a man is not wanting to commit, why a man is not wanting to do a lot of things, right? It's because you've decided that you're going to act a certain way. You're going to treat people a certain way. And at that point in time, he's like, why would I be involved in that? So you have to understand, and you have to look at, how do I present myself? A lot of you guys are fantastic at looking great. I got my hair done, my nails done, lashes and all that stuff. But then when you actually get to know somebody, it was kind of like, I don't really want to move forward with this person anymore.
You think submission is because the man is doing what you believe is right for a man to do, then you've missed your assignment before God. God will bless your obedience as being a wife. The Bible's full of it. Ephesians and Corinthians in the Old Testament. Just start looking for them. And please read Love and Respect. It will change your life. Submission does not make you a weaker vessel. It just makes you the part of the machine that is needed to function, but entrusting somebody else's responsibility that that's what they were made for, to do what God has made them to do. So I value submission. Submit one to another is not in the same way. He is not going to submit to me the way I'm going to submit to him. That's not even biblical. As he submits to Christ, so I submit to him who has submitted submitted to Christ. If God has made the man the head of the house to love his wife as he is to love the church, God is going to hold him to a standard. God is also going to hold you to a standard. And it's not going to be dependent on, did you value him, or did you do right by him because he did right by you, or you did right by him because you did right by what God commanded you to do. You will see a dynamic transformation inside of your home when you begin to obey his word.
And a lot of these modern women are wanting men to yearn. They're wanting men to chase. They're wanting men to pursue. But in today's, the way it happens in today's dating, that puts you as the weaker vessel because, I'm the prize, right? You chase me, you want me, show me that you want me. I've already proved myself by the fact that you want me, even though I haven't done anything. The fact that you want me means I'm more valuable in this relationship. And that's what a lot of modern women are doing. So when a man steps back and says, okay, well, if you're not going to reciprocate and you're going to think that you all that, I'm just going to go ahead and go the other way. I'm going to go a different direction. Now you're stunned and you're talking about men aren't men anymore.
I really think it's worth talking about why ambitious women struggle finding ambitious men. And I've had conversations with friends about this. And when you ask men this question, a lot of them say the same thing. Because overly ambitious women tend to be in their masculine. They don't allow men to lead. They degrade men when they try. And essentially there's just no room for the man to be the man. And at first when I used to hear this, I used to genuinely be offended. Then I actually reflected and thought to myself, do I allow a man to be a man? Or not even just that, do I show a man that I even need him? Or do I allow my hyper independence to be my priority? I really think it's worth reflecting on.
I know Stanford did that great Uber pay gap study maybe 5 years ago, biggest pay gap study ever done. And they had so much data, Uber, and they have male and female drivers, and they can be like, oh yeah, wow, our male drivers are actually getting paid more than the female drivers, maybe 30% more. But I mean, that doesn't make sense because Uber's all automated. It's not like you choose to pay someone less, it all comes. So they were like, something men are doing is leading to them getting paid more than women. There is a pay gap, but because you have so much data, we can work out what it is.
Yep.
So they started adding the controls and they found out it was 3 things. The first thing was that men are more likely to stay with Uber for longer. Women would join Uber and then they would leave. They wouldn't stick around. Men would stay for longer, for years, and they'd benefit from that experience. I mean, that makes sense for any job.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing was that men were more likely to drive during unsociable hours, the so-called graveyard shift, where anyone that's used Uber, it's like, oh, surge, I'm going to pay 1.5 times more. That'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning because no one wants to drive at that time. But the men will.
Yep.
And because men are more often driving the graveyard shifts, they get paid more. And the last thing, and this is 50% of the gap, was that men drive faster.
The older you get, the less men want you. So old is get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market. Number 2, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades mean nothing. Niggas don't give a about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a about your accolades and your degrees are other that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job. And number 3, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man. Number 4 is really gonna hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a because I'm here to give you facts. So, number 4, your kids are liabilities. Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them. Number 5, men hate extra. And when I say extra, hate long nails, big eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that. I want to give you a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single. Let me know if I...
What's going on? I have to go to work. No, I have to go to work. Okay. I'm not willing to be late for work.
Okay, what's going on?
I have to... Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I have to go to work. I don't even know why you guys are here. Get away from me, please. You're making me feel... I want the chief of police here.
Okay.
Whoever the supervisor is, I want here.
Okay, he's coming.
Okay, I have to go to work. I don't have time for this, sir. I have to go to work.
So you called in.
No, I didn't. I don't know who called you.
Okay.
I did call you.
What's your phone number? Start with that.
603-85. I'm from New Hampshire. Well, I'm from Massachusetts originally.
Okay, so who's in the apartment with you?
Me?
Okay, who else?
Me?
Because there's someone else.
I have to get ready, sir.
Okay.
I have to go to work. I have to go to work.
We got a call.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh.
Okay. So that's the number that called 911.
I actually have two different numbers on my
That's
phone.
the number that called 911.
Oh, you're right, it was.
They needed some help.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
I have to go to work, y'all. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I'm not talking to you. I'm not speaking to you. I have to go to work.
Who else is inside? Okay.
I have to go to work. You guys are going to cause me to lose my job. Please let me go to work. There's no one inside. Please let me go home. Please. I have to go to work. I have to go to work, sir.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God, stop.
There has been no man that I have met who I felt like could give me what I wanted out of life and would be an addition to the life that I've built for myself. And that is such a peaceful place to have gotten to.
Is that a cat? I think that's a cat behind her. A cat or a dog? Anyways, what are you guys looking for? What specifically are you guys looking for? Because a lot of times I see women come on the internet and they go, oh, I've built this life for myself. I can do all this for myself. And I need a man who can give me something different than that. He can't be doing all the stuff that I can do for myself because I can already do that, right? So what are you guys looking for in addition to what you've already built or what you can do for yourself? Because I can't think of anything that you guys, I don't even think you guys know what it is that you're looking for. You just say that because it's easy to say, but you guys don't truly know what you want.
Why men have given up on women. Let's face it, the red pill community was not built overnight. As both a woman and a psychotherapist, my journey has been humbling to say the least. The number one reason that men have given up on women and on love is solely because the gap between men and women is getting larger and larger. With women, there's the movement of I don't need no man. And then with men, you have that movement of women are a liability. So in my practice, I try to teach clients how to close that gap. The truth is that relationships and genuine love is beautiful. And it's a really powerful achievement. Man or woman, let's face it, we need one another.
Simping was never a bad thing. You guys just hate your girlfriends. Do that mean that pick me is not a bad thing and y'all just hate y'all boyfriends? No, I'm assuming it's not the same thing, right? The motherfuckers just be saying a bunch of words that don't amount to the actions that prove it's the same shit. Simping is not doing all of the stuff that women want you to do. It's doing all of that stuff knowing she don't give a fuck about you and ain't giving the same in return. Motherfuckers act like because they call it something different that it's something different. It's the same fucking mentality. But if you notice, nobody ever talk about the mentality. They just say it's the men or it's the women. But people doing the same shit for a reason. They gender ain't the reason they making choices. They skin color ain't the reason they making choices. But every time y'all blame everything but the mentality, all it is just an excuse for these type of people. They can do whatever they want. Real talk though, for all the women who just say crazy shit and they be so confused about why men do what they do or who men really are, just think about why y'all do it. Stop trying to play victim so much and you won't be getting played by people who are just like you. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
I just gave birth, and they brought me 2 chocolate chip cookies. Would you eat them?
Talking to me?
Okay.
Oh, I think this says a whole lot more about you than it does him. It is very apparent that you talk to your phone a lot, and that is why this man did not even register that you could have been talking to him. That man's probably too busy checking his 401k or your children's 529 accounts. To me, this is fairly harmless. It doesn't mean that anything bad is going on in your relationship between each other. But it would be great if this could be somewhat of a reality check. I mean, come on, you're spending the night out in some water at what looks like a very nice home. Put the phones down. Talk to each other. Spend some time together. I would say, honestly, that the woman should take the lead on this. And the bottom line is that men do want connection. They do seek that quality time, but they do not want to force you into it. They want you to naturally want to spend time with him, which is why you gotta do it first. Trust me.
You've got to be able to walk away from your relationship. And this is what no one tells you because people don't like to hear it. But if you're not willing or able to leave, you don't have boundaries. You do not have standards. What you do have is fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear of not being chosen again. And that fear is why so many people stay stuck in relationships that drain their soul. But when your partner senses that you're capable, self-sufficient, and not afraid to walk away when necessary, there is this subtle but undeniable shift in the relationship dynamic. They no longer take your presence for granted because they know you are choosing them, not needing them. And that in itself changes how they show up, how they respect your boundaries, how they rise to meet your standards. Because the moment they know you are not afraid to leave them, they are far more careful with not giving you a reason to.
If you're a woman, your algorithm probably looks like this.
Sometimes I them on the first date.
We do not need men.
I would leave my man if he lost all his money.
I'll cheat on him back if he cheat on me.
Men, our algorithms for some reason seem to be primed much differently.
You're just a
They gear towards the personal development side, how to walk, talk, make money, get jacked, improve your circumstance, stoicism. This is a massive generalization, I know, but if you were to ask most people, they would agree that this falls in those buckets for the most part. Why would they want to make one gender aim for self-improvement and make the other one aim for self-destruction? Hey, it's me from the future. Just want to say I love my life. Genesis shows the pattern. The serpent goes for Eve not because she's weak, but because she is the gate of life, motherhood, and the household. Mind you, Adam is not without fault here. He still failed to lead and protect. The woman was deceived and the man got passive. If you wanted to break society, you start by breaking the family. If you want to break the family, you go after the bond between man and woman. If you want to break that bond, you confuse women about marriage, sex, independence, and motherhood. Why would you attack women first? Because women shape what men pursue. If you change what women reward, you shape who men become. If women rewarded traits like leadership, discipline, responsibility, men would become that. But if women were somehow primed and trained to reward things like chaos, promiscuity, emotional manipulation, shallow attention, then no amount of male self-improvement content is going to fix the end result. That is the trap I want you to understand. The system tricks men into thinking they're leveling up, but then it trains the reward system, women, to value something completely different. This is a generalization and also a theory. There are plenty of good men out there, and there are also plenty of really good women out there as well. If you're a man and you happen to find yourself one of those women, the answer to all this is have as many babies with her as physically possible.
Say high status, high value man. Sure. You can't be tied down to just one woman.
I think that tying down is the problem.
Well, maybe you want to rephrase it for me then?
Just kind of, I guess, being exclusive with one woman.
Listen, like monogamy is great for a woman to be with you. That's the only value that the woman can bring you. But as a man, to be a high value man, you need to have multiple females in your life, and you can't be dependent on one woman's feelings, emotions, and things like that. You shouldn't, as a man, you shouldn't be worried about how great a woman's day was and how many problems she had finding parking. Like, I don't give a f***. I have bigger things to worry about. You know what I mean?
But you don't think that, like, having a right woman, being with the right person, can also elevate you and push you to do the next level? Like you were talking about having kids and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
that happened with my ex. I know it happened with my ex where like I kind of saw a bigger life with her, where like I got the family vision and tied down. But I think that's a phase in your life you go through, and some people get stuck with it.
Name 3 countries.
Italy, France, Spain. Italy, China, France.
You can't repeat.
Well, I don't know what.
Just throw out 3 new ones.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of countries. You got this. You go to college, right?
Yeah.
You go to college.
Yo.
I mean, you have to guess.
Italy, China, France. That's
You
all I
just
know.
said-
That's all I know.
Do you know what country you're in right now?
United States.
Okay. Yeah, and like what's the one above the US?
Canada.
And what's the one below? Below the United States?
Alaska. Antarctica. One of them. No.
I'm sorry, what? No, like what is below the United States? What country?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, Mexico?
The border.
Well, is Mexico's like to the side, no?
No, it's from Mexico is not to the side, but
well.
There is only one way to escape the friend zone, and here's how to do it. Look, I'm sure if you're a guy with an attractive female friend, you've consumed every dating advice video trying to change the way you talk, text, and carry yourself in hopes that that girl will start viewing you differently. Well, here's the problem with the friend zone. Getting into the gym, getting your finances up, and changing your style isn't going to change the way that girl sees you. Sure, you'll end up attracting a greater number of women, but it probably won't attract that woman. I'm gonna be blunt. Most women can't get past their first impression of you. She's not going to notice you getting more attractive because she has you classified as a friend. She isn't interested in how your market value is changing because you aren't on her radar. So the question becomes, how do you hit the reset button? Well, by literally hitting reset. If you want this girl to view you differently, you need to drop out of her life completely so that she has an empty canvas in her head for you to reappear on. Basically a new first impression. And maybe during that time, you'll see that all the self-improvement that you did to attract her are actually going to attract women that aren't going to use you as an emotional support animal and instead worship exactly the man that you've become.
Why women's body count matters biologically. I'm a neuroscientist. Let me explain. Studies show that women absorb and retain the DNA of every man they've been with via sperm. This foreign DNA has been found in the brain, organs, and reproductive system, but nobody talks about the consequences. And that DNA isn't just stored, it's used in creating future children. A woman's past men leave a permanent biological imprint. Ever wonder why some kids resemble an ex more than their father? This is usually why. While the father provides most of the DNA, genetic material from past men is also used. And it's not just looks. Physical and mental disorders can be passed down as well. The more men a woman has been with, the higher the risk of negative mutations in her future children. So ladies, your past doesn't disappear. Every man leaves a mark on your body and your future children. And fellas, think twice before having a child with a woman who's been with too many men, because you won't be the only one shaping that child. Disturbing? Alarming? Let me know in the comments.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women weaponize love and are master manipulators because love, without accountability, is an act of manipulation. Because during this process, it allows one person to feel hurt, neglected, and/or disrespected without any kind of consequence to that person, while they still expect for you to love them, show them affection, care, and give them all of the princess treatment that they so deserve. And men have been conditioned to expect love labor from their woman. But you're not getting that most of the time because that woman cannot take accountability for herself and/or responsibility for her actions. Therefore, it's not true love. So whenever you think about love, you have to understand that it is an act and a commitment to show you care. And if she can't take responsibility for herself, how much does she really care about you? So the next time that you tell your man, I love you, I want you to remember that love without accountability is manipulation. And you are not a manipulator. Take accountability for yourself, baby. It's not a bad thing.
These are 5 ways that a good man will show his love. Number 1, he can't stay mad at you because he has 100 other things that he loves about you that makes him not see that one thing that he doesn't like about you. 2, he will be protective of you. Like, he will be keeping his eye on all of the strangers around you when you're out in public. And when you're not around each other, he's just going to be checking in with you to make sure that you're okay. 3, this one's my favorite. He will stay close to you, like physically. Whether you're in the privacy of your own home or out in public with friends, he is like a magnet to you. 4, even if your man is busy, if you're giving him attention, you're talking to him, he is not going to get annoyed with you. Because honestly, he cherishes that. He remembers the time before you were in his life, and he doesn't want to go back there. 5, he compromises because he knows that sometimes the relationship has to come before his own wants and needs. With that being said, this is the one thing that he really does need reciprocation on. Because that man needs to know that you're a ride or die, that you're willing to sacrifice with him. That means the world to him, trust me.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh. You guys watched The Day a Good Man Stops Giving Everything Away is the day his entire life changes, yeah? I'm going to expand on that a little bit more for you guys. I'm not talking about becoming cold or selfish. I'm talking about the moment that he finally understands that the one person he has abandoned the longest is himself. And that's not fair.
Every man has a breaking point, and it's the moment his entire life shifts for the better. Not because he stops loving his family, not because he becomes selfish, but because he finally wakes up. Most men tie their identity to being needed, but that pressure destroys them silently. A good man spends years carrying everybody else, his kids, his partner, his parents, but the same man often forgets the only person he can't replace, himself.
Message! I'm an aggressive, dominant female, right? So how do I get a guy to break those walls down?
Put the shoe on the other foot real quick. I just want to, note what this be sounding like to me. I can't wait for a woman to come along and bring me into my masculine era. I mean, the right woman to really motivate me to really protect and provide for her. Because most of these women done had me in my soft era for so long that I don't even know if women are really worthy of bringing out my masculinity. So I really got to trust the right one in order to be the man that I'm supposed to be. Who dating me? I say some shit like that.
Well, you know what's crazy?
Who with me if I'm saying that me being a man is contingent on you being the woman that you're supposed to be? Like, be realistic. You feel me? And again, this not to knock my beloved. I don't know her, and I don't know contextually what she means by having walls up. You feel me? And that's why I said I'm trying to be gracious. But I find too often, especially because it's popular rhetoric, that a lot of women will rather choose to place their healing, to place their progress on the backs of a doing what he's supposed to be doing. Like ladies, bruh, because again, I find it more with women. Take men out of the center of your life and see what that do for you.
I think moms are worse at that than dads are. I think dads are really good at letting kids suffer, and moms aren't good at letting their kids suffer.
I don't like the word suffer because
Exactly.
that sounds bad.
Suffering a little bit is good. Like being a little bit hungry, that's good. So you're not, hear me out. Hear me out though, because it's like if Phoebe's constantly asking for snacks and you're like, here's an apple, here's a candy bar, here's a granola bar, here's a banana, here's a yogurt. Then when it comes to mealtime, she's like, no, I'm good. I'll just ask for ice cream later and you'll give it to me. But it's like, no, you be hungry so that at dinner time, you're hungry to eat. Yeah. Like being hungry is a good thing. Having that negative side of emotions is good for them in the long run.
And, you can sit up here and say, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.